mother of all that is good and pure. The hits just keep coming. This is wild. Thank you to all of the lunatics and lowlifes and low IQ hatelins out there for giving me content and for hopefully entertaining all of you here and there. Although I know sometimes I stress you all out and make your blood boil and you're like, I can't take anymore. Boardroom. Boardroom has decided to jump on the it ain't Caitlyn bandwagon. They have come out with their WNBA tipping off the 30th year. They have come out with their most marketable WNBA players entering this season. And of course, obviously, as every single sane human being in the world will tell you, Caitlin Clark is number one. And then there's an entire universe gap before number two because no one has any idea who anybody else in the WNBA is other than Caitlin Clark when you get beyond our bubble. Okay, that is the flat out truth. Oh, but no, wait. Boardroom, they didn't go that way. They made Asia Wilson the most marketable player in the WNBA, followed by Paige Bueckers, and then Caitlin Clark. So they did throw her a bone. Of course, again, no one has, and I would still say in the, again, outside the bubble, still no one knows who Asia or Paige is. They watch commercials with them in it. They have no idea. I've seen commercials with Asia Wilson popping in. I'm like, you know what? 99.9% of the people watching this have no idea. That's a random person to them. Same thing with Paige Bueckers. I saw Dick's Sporting Goods with her in there. People, I think it was with John Hamm too. People have no idea who Paige Bueckers is. And for all the about the one, Paige was Caitlin before Caitlin. To the 12 players in the WNBA women's basketball UConn Mafia bubble, she might have been, but not to the wider world. They had no idea who Paige Bueckers was until Caitlin Clark. You know what made Paige Bueckers famous? Caitlin Clark throwing an inbounds pass off her. I was going to say her butt, but she doesn't have a butt. I guess just off her body. I don't know. That's what made Paige Bueckers famous. Oh my God! Seriously, boredom. Let's back up. This is seriously a bold strategy calling Caitlin Clark third in marketability in the WNBA. I mean, sure, let's ignore the woman who sold out jerseys faster than Steph Curry, right? Moved $606,000 cards. And when I say cards, I mean one autograph card auctioned for $660,000. Gave the league its first million viewer game since Bush was president. Think about that. Candace Parker, WNBA, rookie debut, 2008. Last million viewer game until Caitlin Clark had like 25 of them in 2024. But yeah, she's the third most marketable player. Wasn't Asia Wilson collecting MVPs before Caitlin Clark entered the league? So where were the ratings? Where were the ratings? But obviously, Boardroom is just virtue signaling. They're proving that marketability is measured in participation trophies instead of, I don't know, actual dollars and ticket sales and eyeballs on the TV. Asia and Paige must be thrilled to be ranked ahead of the only player who turned WNBA games into appointment television. The WNBA was nothing for 27 years except an expense in the NBA's ledger account. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Sorry, Caitlin Clark, your 1,000% merch spike and your record card sales and your record viewership and your record attendance, those aren't marketable enough. The $34 million you brought in economic activity to Indy in 2024? No. That's not good enough. Absolutely. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this when it comes to an athlete that everyone would work so hard to diminish her. She is the undisputed engine of WNBA growth, period. Merchandise, tickets, viewership, collectibles. All of this, facts, make any list putting her third in marketability look like, seriously, going back to it, a participation trophy for everyone else. This is nothing but a hit piece on Caitlin Clark. This is a bunch of, Gen Z brainwashed public education morons virtue signaling to their people. Look how wonderful we are. We're going to attack Caitlin Clark. My Lord. Anyway, let's go to 2024. I think it was I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't checked for sure the number. I know it's in the 22 to 25 range where he's drawn a million plus viewers. Again, first time since the first game of 2008. I believe there was one or two that didn't have Caitlin Clark in them, and they were either before the indie game or after the indie game. Her debut in the WNBA in 2024, most viewed WNBA game since 2002. We know there were records set by Caitlin Clark on ESPN, on ABC, on Ion, on NBA TV, and on and on and on. Even 2025, where she only played in those 13 games, Fever Games still averaged what, 1.26? Let me see if I had 1.26 million viewers. Absolutely insane. Just because she was on the bench, which is why instead of rehabbing like she should have been, they're dragging her around like a show pony to the away games because they want that viewership. Top selling WNBA jersey, of course, in 24 and 25. We know about all the commercials. I mean, come on, State Farm, Gatorade, the Wilson basketball stuff. In 2024, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I know for sure it was top five, but I swear I saw something where she was actually had the second best jersey overall, not just top five. When you throw in WNBA and NBA, second, I believe, behind Steph Curry. She might have been third, but I think she was second. And of course, she was the only female player on that list, right? We know all that. We know that for sure. Absolutely insane. Fanatics. Fanatics. Let me see if I have the 500% surge in overall WNBA business and 1,000% spike in player-specific merchandise sales during the first half of 2024, with, of course, Clark leading that charge. Fever Team store sale records were shattered multiple times. Things were constantly selling out. Indiana Fever ticket prices jumped over 250% ticket sales, sorry, although prices as well, right? Jumped over 200%, 50% year over year in 2024. Road games, of course, we saw that spike dramatically. We saw them constantly moving Caitlin Clark to bigger arenas. By the way, again, attendance record set by the Indiana Fever in 2024 for a total season home and away, and they did it in only 26 games. But yes, tell me more about A'ja Wilson and Paige Bueckers, because a lot of people are going to say, who? Who? She took Indiana from what, last or next to last, drawing 3,000, 3,200 fans a night to the club, the social club, to 16, 17, 18,000 a night. Do we need to talk about her cards? How about her player cards? How about, I want to make sure I have some of these right because there's some wild numbers. I mean, we had some earlier ones. She had a bunch over 50,000, but a lot hit six figures, right? It was March of 2025, a 2024 Panini Prism WNBA Signature Gold Vinyl sold for $366,000, which was the record one at the time. I think she's had, I want to say like 7 or 8 cards over 100,000, maybe 3 or 4 over 200,000. And then, of course, July of 2025, 2024 Panini Flawless WNBA Platinum Rookie Royalty sold for $660,000. Most expensive women's sports card ever at public auction, which nearly doubled the prior record. Oh, who had the prior record? Oh, that'd be Caitlin Clark. Do we need to talk about the signature Wilson basketballs? There's the company for me that has done right more than any other company or even people who talk about her with influence, and that is Wilson. They've just quietly going about their job of making money for Caitlin Clark and making money for them. I mean, the first signature Wilson basketball, which was a part of that Inspire series, sold out in like under 40 minutes when it dropped in September 2024. A whole bunch of collections since have also, we know, sold out rather quickly. And when we say sell out with Caitlin Clark, it's a significant number of inventory. It's not A'ja Wilson's dropping her signature shoe and there are 37 pairs available. Okay, it's not that. And do we need to get into the pop culture and the fact that Clark has been part of questions on Jeopardy multiple times? And I think the one time she wasn't, everyone insisted the answer was Caitlin Clark. Uh, I believe, didn't Iowa even, the legislature even have a Caitlin Clark Day at one time? No one has any idea who A'ja and Paige are, people. I'm sorry, that's just a flat out truth. We can go back to the whole man on the street interviews that I've talked about before. Before Caitlin Clark, people would be like, oh, yeah, the WNBA players need to be paid the same as the NBA players. Can you name a player? No, they can't. Can you name the team in your city? I didn't know we had a team. Now You do those man in the street interviews and you ask them about the WNBA, you know what they can say? Caitlin Clark. And if any of them say Angel Reese or Paige Bueckers or Angel Wilson, they're saying them because of Caitlin Clark, right? Holy mother of all that is good and pure. Absolutely wild. This is wild stuff, yo. Nothing says expert analysis like putting the league's actual revenue engine, the one thing that has made this league relevant and will also, if you continue to abuse it, sink it back into irrelevance, putting her in third place is a decision. It is definitely a choice. Maybe a racist choice. Maybe it's heterophobic. Well, I mean, obviously, boardroom. They went. Here's what they went with this list in closing. They went with their feels. They didn't go with facts. They didn't go with data. They didn't go with truth. And that's what we're constantly dealing with, right? We'll bring out this stuff. It's like I still see people yapping about Caitlin Clark's turnovers. That it's been debunked a million times, right? I have videos on this channel breaking all of that down and using facts and data and talking about why all this has happened and how it is still a plus positive for Caitlin's game, regardless of the turnovers. But they all still yap about it because it's all about feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Game day, folks. I will talk to you later. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the 19.